Hey, what's up, guys? I've got another reaction video here. We are going to be watching JonTron. Now, here's the weird thing: is that I've watched so much JonTron in my own personal YouTube career, but for some reason, I just haven't watched this one in particular. So I thought, what better time to watch it than spooky season, since we're in October and Halloween's here. So this is the Halloween one. The title of this one is called "The Many Sins of Halloween Decorations." So this is actually my actual legitimate first reaction to this. So here we go.
Decorating on Halloween. It's something we all know and love, right? Ringing in the start of the festive season by getting to express your creativity, doing your part to add to that ethereal vibe that's already in the air. But among us, there are, let's just say, a crowd
Among
that
Us?
likes to get
Not
a
playing.
little too creative. I mean, there's creative license, but maybe
I don't know if you can get well, you know what? I guess I'm gonna see. I've seen some really good Halloween decorations. I really like the literally any house that puts the effort into doing like the light stuff, whether it's Halloween or Christmas or whatever. I love going to see those with the music and animations that go with the music. Those are fun. I'm sure lots of people like those, and they don't get old at all. I've seen them for years and years and years, and I'm not tired of them at all. So it's nice to see those kinds. But we'll see what kind of abominations the John comes up with here.
these folks should have to go through a process at the DMV to get it, is all I'm saying. Yeah, I felt it right for this to be the topic of today's video. It is the Halloween season after all, and it's just something that's been on my
Ooh,
mind for some reason
2024.
lately,
That was
and
last
I've been
year.
wanting to bring it to all of you. And that topic is the many sins of Halloween decorations. Exhibit 1, the skeletons. Sub-exhibit 1, the problem of the animal skeleton.
Okay.
Now, back in the day, you might have had some guy like this you put out, or maybe one of these dudes. That's fine, you know, crows and frogs, that fits with the season's theming. You always see them hanging around somewhere near a cauldron or a witch or a bog, if you will. But now, we seem to be experiencing something that I like to refer to as skeleton creep. Which already sounds bad on the face of it with no context, but trust me, it's even worse in reality. And
Well, I've seen one recently with there was a house I saw that had a giant skeleton, like a giant human skeleton, and I was holding a leash to a giant dog skeleton. So I'm seeing a lot of dog skeletons at the houses I've passed by recently. Not so much other animals, but I don't know. I say that, and then like literally like tomorrow I'll be driving and I will randomly see a different animal for some reason. But anyway.
this phenomenon is the tendency of more and more animal skeletons to enter the scene. For instance, what in the name of
Oh my gosh. Okay, we're starting off a little crazy. All right, so I'm sure he's gonna say something about it, but you know what? I'm gonna let John talk about it. I will shut up for a second.
Really, an octopus skeleton? Do I even have to explain why this is wrong? Like, we all took first grade biology, right? I'm talking about this is a cephalopod. It doesn't have
Doesn't have one. Yeah.
bones. And frankly, I think you knew that and did it anyways, which is what really hurts about it. They've even gone out of their way to give it like the little skull fissures where the fucking skull plate tectonics come together. I mean, I admired the craft and the commitment to detail, but just no. Also, spider skeletons?
Oh my gosh. Well, actually, just kind of backtrack a little bit on the octopus skeleton. Like, hold up, let me get it up. Okay, so I know I'm pushing the logic here. Here's the logic I'm thinking. Maybe, maybe, you know how like Cthulhu is got like an octopus head? Maybe Cthulhu has a skeleton, you know? I mean it's not just the octopus head, it's other parts of the body. So maybe this is a Cthulhu head. Maybe this isn't an octopus, you know? That's the stretch of logic I'm using for this. Otherwise, no, octopus, no, doesn't make any sense. No bones.
To explain why this is wrong, like we all took what really hurts about it. They've even gone out of their way to give it like the little skull fissures where the fucking skull plate tectonics come together. I mean, I admired the craft and the commitment to detail, but just no. Also, spider skeletons?
Exoskeleton. Say it with me. Exoskeleton.
Once again, this is an arthropod. Similarly to the last category, they do not possess a rib cage or any such related structure. Cephalopod, arthropod.
Honestly, if a spider actually had an internal skeleton and was that sturdy, ooh boy, they would be a lot more difficult to deal with. Definitely.
Escape pod. I guess you should have thought about wanting to breathe regularly before you pulled this bullshit. I mean, for fuck's sake, were spiders not scary enough already? You couldn't just use regular spiders and have the same or better effect? This is maybe the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Like, I honestly can't even understand where the impetus for this came from, because the spider, it's iconic, it's timeless. We've been running on spiders as a species for like decades, centuries even, no problems. And now
don't fix what's not broken. Like, it's a spider. Spiders are creepy to people. Or, you know, just people have an aversion to spiders. I have an aversion to spiders, for sure. Although I have made my peace with spiders a little bit. Generally, I still don't like being around them if I can help it. But I understand the benefits of having a spider around the house. It's just that, you know, as long as it stays in its space, I'll leave it alone. If it gets in my space, I'm either going to, depending on my mood, I will catch it and let it outside. Or I will just straight up kill it because I'm too lazy. But yeah, no. As long as spiders stay in their lane, I'm okay with them.
now you're trying to get cute, and look where it's landed us.
Ugh!
What even is that's a spider? It doesn't look like a spider.
I don't like it
at all. Why does he have like the face of a fish frogman from Spirited Away?
I don't like
This is an
that.
all-around situation, and it doesn't even come close to ending there. Science has definitely gone too far on this one. Like a snail skeleton.
Ah! Wait, what was that?
To ending
Hang
there.
on.
Science has definitely gone too far on this one. Like a snail.
Okay, that looks like something you'd see in freaking like Magic the Gathering or something. That is completely unrealistic anatomy of a snail. Snail bones. This giving everything bones. That's wild.
Snail skeleton? A butterfly skeleton.
No way. No, seriously though, these feel like, you know, like things you'd see either like in a card game, like, you know, like I said, like Magic or Yu-Gi-Oh or something. Like, oh gosh, who comes up with this stuff? That is absolutely amazing.
This is cursed. I'm sure this has been the cause of at least 3% of heart attacks and animal anatomy experts over the last decade. But if that weren't already enough to get your jimmies in a twist, we also have the epidemic of the ear. Can someone tell me why the cat skeleton has ears in
ear bones? Yeah, that's a thing. Gotta have bones in your ear.
death? Ears are made of cartilage, first of all. They're not bone. Okay, you don't need to be putting the ears on the mice and the cats and the pigs and the dogs.
Well, then how would you identify them? Obviously, if it doesn't have the ears, you don't know what animal it is. Nah. They gave it the nose on this one, too. Like, the nose is also cartilage. Oh my gosh.
After they've expired from this realm, I mean, if you're gonna do ears, at least give them to everybody. You know, give them to the snail, the lizard, the owl. The owl one already has ears. For God's sake. Owls don't even have ears when they're alive. Those are tufts for camouflage.
Yeah, I could just not say anything, and John's already saying everything that we're all thinking it. I'm thinking it, you're thinking it, we're all thinking it. We're all in agreement that this makes absolutely no sense, and I don't have any idea who came up with this.
Fools! Sometimes I just want to leave this planet. Only problem is, I would be incurring outrageous roaming fees. But there's good news. Saley eSIM is here to save us.
Oh,
and
Saley.
our wallets. Saley is a digital SIM card that's as easy to set up as 1, 2, 3. Here's how it works. Download the Saley
I've only
app,
seen a
pick your
Saley
uniform based on
ad
the country you're headed to. Use code
from
JonTron
Internet
at checkout
Historian.
for a
That's the only time I've
15%
seen Saley
discount,
ads. I've never
and
seen a
hit
Saley ad
install
anywhere else.
eSIM. Done. No tiny SIM cards,
But yeah,
no
no, I
headaches,
don't
just
travel enough
pure
to
connectivity.
warrant
And
using
it's automatic.
an
Your plan
eSIM.
activates as soon as you arrive, so no more annoying moments
I'm
of
good
being
where
at the
I am
airport
right
and going,
now.
"Where's the Wi-Fi?"
Where is
Quite
the
simply,
Wi-Fi?
Saley eSIM
That's my first thought everywhere I go. Oh, where's the Wi-Fi? What's the password?
saves you from getting slammed with ridiculous roaming fees. Need a 7-day plan in France? Boom, grab it and go. You pay for what you need and not a penny extra. And good news, you can get an exclusive 15% discount on their data
Oh,
plans. Just
50%?
download
That's
the
pretty
Saley app
good.
and
It's
use
pretty
code
good.
JonTron at checkout. Links in the description and the pinned comment. So once again, thanks to Saley for making this video possible. Please show them some love
Thank you,
and support. And
Saley,
as for the rest
for
of you,
sponsoring
happy
John
travels.
and showing us all these
Alright, back to the video.
abominations. Appreciate
Okay, now
it.
that we've got the anatomy of the animal kingdom covered, let's move on to my next gripe. Everyone's a skeletal comedian. Now, unless
Uh-oh.
you live in some holiday...
Okay, hold up. Hold up. I'm gonna make a prediction here. I think he's gonna talk about the stupid ways people position skeletons in their little Halloween get-ups. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what it's gonna be. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what he's gonna be talking about.
lovers totalitarian regime, you're generally not obligated to put out decorations, right? Like, I know there's a bit of peer pressure. Your neighbor, after all, has the amazing animatronic Frankenstein on their roof, so you gotta do something or you just look bad. Well, you wanna know one easy way not to let the neighborhood down? Don't even start if you're just gonna put a skeleton in a lawn chair and call it quits.
Okay. Aha! I called it. I called it. I called it. I don't know who's doubting me, but I called it. Yeah. You want the other overused Halloween decoration, generic like silly Halloween decoration, is the witch on the broom that runs into the tree. That's another one. That one you see a lot too. I don't know if he's gonna talk about it in this video, but that's another funny silly one. Yeah, and also I went to I happened to be at a car show recently, um, and people did have skeleton figures in and around their vehicles in silly positions. So that's why as soon as he talked about comedic skeletons, that was my first thought because I literally just saw that like this past weekend. So
That's right. I'm standing up and saying it. The skeleton in a lawn chair thing is just lazy. I don't want to go so far as to say it's literally visual.
well, I mean, it's silly in a casual way. I mean, you have the lawn chair sitting around. You're not sitting in it, so like, might as well use it. If anything, it saves you money from doing anything else too crazy with your Halloween decorations.
Littering, but it's literally visual littering. Like, I'm just saying, there's only so many times you can see the same scene and not go crazy. I know, you all have lawn chairs. Put it in something else. Why is it always lawn chairs? Also,
Because they're easy. Everybody who's like a generic homeowner has lawn chairs, and you're just kind of like, well, I got the lawn chair, might as well. I mean, like at this point in time, it's not like the summer season anymore in various places. So like, well, except down south here where we don't get seasons. But if you're not using the lawn chair, then heck, just use it for decoration. Yeah, it's lazy, but I mean, it's cost efficient and it's not too I guess you want to be able to put decorations out without looking like a tryhard. um but yeah, no, that's yeah, it is generic. It's the witch one that gets me more. I don't have too much of a problem with skeletons.
genuine question, why are the skeletons always day drinking? I swear, like, they're always day
Cause day drinking is funny. Haha, funny skeleton drinking in the middle of the day, siesta time. It's funny.
drinking. Couldn't it have at least been an attempt at a horror theme, like give him a cleaver instead of a Mai Tai? And quickly, while we're on the subject of visual littering, can I...
Because I think it's a violence thing, but at the same time, like it's freaking Halloween. And of course, the houses you're going to see that have these kinds of decorations like this are going to be just kind of like, just casual, like family houses, suburban area, very, like there's kids around and stuff. You don't want it too crazy violent. So, um, there are exceptions. Believe me, there are those out there that do intentionally try to make it really really scary, but generally it depends on the neighborhood, and this is kind of what you're gonna see in like a you know a standard suburban neighborhood ish.
I just say it doesn't count as decorations if you're just cluttering your yard with like tombstones, bones, cobwebs, small animals, just unattached to anything and
Well, that looks a little bit more high effort than skeleton and lawn chair drinking. I mean, yeah, it's cluttered and random, but like that's how it's the randomness and the incoherentness that makes it a little bit more spooky.
no particular order. Granted, I will concede I could be wrong on this one because that is really what graveyards look like. Cemeteries. Everything's like sunken
Yeah,
and decaying
yeah.
and stuff. Actually, that is actually what it looks like.
Well, granted, an older cemetery would look like that. Now, if you go to like a nicer one, that's actually like they keep up with it and stuff. Everything's pretty organized. But yeah, you got like the you know it's been there for a while. You got the trees growing and the plants growing in the rocks and the ground shifted and whatever. Yeah, it's that a really old unkempt one is gonna look like that, and it does make it look creepier. Um, but that yeah. So it's like I said, it looks more Halloweeny and spookier than throwing the skeleton in a chair. So yeah, it's tossing stuff in your yard, but you do have to kind of place it so it looks random. You're not just sitting there scattering, tombstones and skulls into your yard. You still have to kind of place them to where it looks random, but it kind of isn't, because you're intentionally placing it to look kind of in the right spot, so when people come and look, it's you're setting it up like a picture, so
Like, I might have been wrong on this one. Debris field lovers, 1 point to Gryffindor. Don't come to my house for Halloween. My candy has razors in it.
Oh my gosh, it's got dude, if his candy has that kind of razors in it, I'll come and get it. I'll get the phone, the scooter, and the razor, the mouse. Dude, the razor mouse is like freaking like $100, man. I'll come get them. I don't care. Screw the candy. If the candy's got razors in it, it's like an Easter egg. They crack open the candy and boom, there's a razor mouse. I got a free $80 mouse. That's good.
Anyways, I know we've been on the topic of skeletons a while, but alas, there is one more massive skeleton, no pun intended, that we must approach here.
Skeleton, that's a good one.
The gigantic fucking skeletons. This is a ruse that's been played so effectively on the American public, you can really only sit back and awe at it.
I just said that. There was the giant one with the giant dog. Now, granted, the one that I did see that had the giant skeleton with the giant skeleton dog, the dog skeleton was anatomically correct. It didn't have like the ears or whatever. So that's a plus for whoever set that up.
It's nearly on the level of like when tobacco companies convinced people that cigarettes were good for them, and that ruse is convincing you that you're gonna need a gigantic fucking skeleton for your lawn.
See, like that's not correct. It's still got the ears, but like the one that I saw literally was like an anatomically correct dog skull. Like it didn't have the ears, didn't have the nose. It's literally just the skull, the skeleton. So anyway, but yeah, no, the giant skeletons. I don't even know how much. I'm sure he's gonna look. We'll see.
Trust me, you will want this. You won't regret this. You won't have the thing where you've got to justify your purchase and hide from everyone that you've been played. And by the
John, didn't you buy a giant gnome for like $1,000? I don't think you're in a position to be calling people out for buying giant skeletons, my guy. I guess granted he is using that YouTube sponsor money, so it's okay, I guess. That makes it okay. Whereas people will just unironically buy a giant skeleton. Okay, I'll give him that. Never mind.
By the way, this doesn't even just apply to giant skeletons specifically. Like these days, every time you walk into a Lowe's around October, they've got it right at the entrance. You're like, oh my god, look, they have an entire full-scale wrought iron cemetery archway.
Yeah.
I need that. No, you'll put that together every year. Yeah, of course.
The giant animatronics too.
I know you'll like doing it. You do have storage space for that, and you won't want to die when you see its dumb head.
Yeah, where do you store that?
It's bigger there now. You don't...
Where do you have room to store that? Do people just literally like not in the garage? How do you break that down? Do they break down? I have never owned, or I don't know anybody who owns the giant skeleton. I just see them. They just appear. You know what? Maybe people rent them. I mean, that would be the most practical unless people are legitimately like they actually have a way to break it down all the way it fits in their garage or their basement or whatever. Or they like literally just rent out a storage unit. But I think they probably just rent them. That would make the most sense. Unless, probably I think very few people actually like legitimately own the giant skeleton. I think people are renting them.
We all saw this coming, though, didn't we? We knew this was going to happen because a couple years back there was that 8-foot skeleton craze all over social media. It was like the Scary Clowns one, but the difference is you didn't buy the clown and keep it at your house. Now, you've got people going a couple different ways with this one, a couple different methods of action here. Some people just keep upping the arms race and bigger and bigger skeletons.
Okay, well, hold up a second.
Here, some people.
Okay, well.
Just keep up.
Okay, well, those pieces. Okay, those are. Okay, well, I take that back. That looks. I'm not saying it's tiny, but I think it's small enough to realistically like put it in a box or something. But that's kind of too big. I could see that taking up a whole like corner of a garage, unless you just have a really big garage or attic.
The arms race and putting up bigger and bigger skeletons.
Okay. Whoa, that's crazy. I actually haven't seen this guy. Ooh, man, it's like it's coming out of the house. That one's kind of cool, actually. I like this versus just the normal giant skeleton. That's kind of cool.
But intuitively, we all know that is the primrose path to a mutually assured destruction. So the path that most people seem to end up taking is just repurposing them for Christmas and other holidays. A lot of the time,
I mean, people do that with Christmas trees. I have relatives who leave up their Christmas tree all year, and they'll just decorate the Christmas tree with relevant decorations for the season. They'll have a summer Christmas tree, they'll have the spring Christmas tree, they'll have the fall Christmas tree, and then when it comes Christmas, it's a normal Christmas tree. So, yep, I mean, I'm not surprised that some people would do that with the skeleton. Granted, I'm sure whatever, like, crazy HOA probably has a rule about keeping the decorations up, but every neighborhood's different.
Even get repurposed. People just leave them up all year round because no one wants to deal with the damn things.
Yeah.
What a surprise. Who could have seen this coming? This is honestly like leaving your Christmas decorations up, but on steroids. I'm honestly surprised like, people don't talk about this one more.
Yeah, at least the tree's a little bit more kind of like low-key. The skeleton's just like, it's so obvious.
Also, when everyone has the same goddamn skeleton in their yard, it's just weird. This one, we got to put an end to this one, don't we? I think this one needs government intervention.
Oh my gosh, Freddie Mercury.
It starts with you and me, but mostly you, let's be real. Also, just to slide this in here, because I don't have too much of a problem with the inflatable lobby realistically, but some of these lawn inflatables, like, what is going on? Buy this stuff? 6.5 foot long Halloween inflatables, cuddling couple lovers with built-in LEDs. Oh my god.
Oh, I don't. That makes me uncomfortable.
Get you someone who looks at you like that. They don't even have eyes. Product size. Big. It's big. You won't be able to escape it. Listen, we got waterproof design, high power fan, fast inflator. That's my stream
Fast
name.
Inflator.
I don't know how that got there. Scratch that off.
DJ Inflator.
All I'm saying here in summary is you need to be jailed if you buy this one for real. So there's only one choice.
$50 bucks.
Put it up. Let's put this up.
Oh my gosh, he actually bought it.
Behind the camera. Nod like it's a Nickelodeon show. Thank you.
Why am I surprised? He bought the giant gnome. Of course he's gonna get this. Wait, are they connected or? Oh, yep, they're. Oh wow.
It's what was described. Look at it from this angle. It's really like well positioned.
Oh my goodness.
Looks like he's propping himself up and everything. This is heartwarming. This is heartwarming. Like, it's not every day you see a love story like this.
Oh my gosh.
Don't ever do that again. Don't ever do this again.
Oh no.
I'm going home. All right, on to
John was getting in there.
Live, laugh, scare.
Oh
It's
gosh.
finally happened. The wine moms are colonizing Halloween. Look, I'm just saying, you can't just put spooky on a mug. You can't just slap eek on a pumpkin and
They do though. They do.
expect me to get scared. Halloween, carve jack-o'-lanterns, eat lots of candy, share your treats, cast a spell, brew some fun. What is this, a Halloween decoration or a fucking prescription? I'm just here for the booze.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
How was that? Is that what you ordered? Be careful what you wish for. And I mean, it wouldn't be so bad if it stopped there, but then, you know, it inevitably moves on to the obligatory eat, drink, be scary kind of thing. It's just a blatant rebranding of all that inspirational decor, you know? It's
Yeah.
like no creativity. No, we shan't allow it. Halloween is about Dracula, real one, with blood.
Oh.
I know what you're thinking. I know it's a really basic bitch comment for me, but honestly, what is it with these signs people put up in their kitchen that just say shit like, eat? Like, are you some kind of fucking...
I think it's literally a specific like designer that like started all that kind of trend of, you know, kind of the home decor stuff, and then everybody just copied it. That's literally how these things go.
mindless automaton? You forgot what this area of the house is for? You know, it could make sense, honestly, for Halloween. You could rebrand this as being for a lobotomy victim. It's to help Frankenstein with the screws through his brain get his 3 square meals a day. And look, I admit, it's not even really a problem. People like what they like. Until you start getting things like this!
Oh!
Who is responsible for this? Who does this appeal to?
A throne for the queen? King? It's a pink toilet. I don't think most guys are going to be using a pink toilet unless they absolutely have to. So I'm pretty sure it's meant to be a more feminine skeleton.
Oh, they really cornered this skeleton with a tiara browsing its phone while shitting on a pink toilet demographic. Thank God, because that was a big hole in revenue in Q3 last year. So I'm genuinely asking to be educated here. Where does this even...
You know all those are going on clearance like immediately November 1st for like $5. Because who is unironically buying those? I mean, literally all the other decorations that we've seen so far in this video at least have been like on theme to some degree, but or adjacent. But this is just, I'm baffled by this. This is just, who's the target audience for this?
Go. I don't think I could accurately place that anywhere, even if I tried. Maybe a museum of what happens when society goes too far?
Oh, that
and
makes
then,
sense.
Of course, what video on Halloween decoration sins would be complete without the quick craft section? You know what I mean. The people getting a bit extracurricular with their 5-minute endeavors. Let's have a look at what they've been up to.
5-minute crafts?
Okay, what do we got here? She's stirring the purple.
Yep,
in
5-minute crafts.
Costume. Yep, get the friends involved. Everyone just...
Well, to be fair, 5-minute crafts is unnecessary in a lot of ways. Not just Halloween, it's just everything they do. So
stick your shit in the alignate, of course.
Oh, they're doing the
gypsum. I was gonna say, obviously you probably have some of that under your sink. Everybody's got a bit of gypsum around.
What's the word?
What the fuck is? It's just a...
What's the word? Mold. Sorry. Yeah, they're creating a mold.
Cast of like a hand and a foot?
Or
yeah,
cast. Yeah, whatever.
Science experiment chemicals was worth not just buying the already painted one from Spirit Halloween for like $2. All right, we're wrapping her up. Oh yeah, I'm sure she's enjoying that.
Oh,
holes for the nose. You can't forget that. That's an important part of the
process.
I'll give
That's
you a
not
signal if I can't
okay.
breathe. If you see me mildly wriggling and going, yeah, but just that's when you know. That's when you'll know.
That's like some Dexter stuff right there.
What are they doing?
Ah.
You didn't need that. You could have just used like a mannequin or something.
Whoa. You see that one? They did one for the kid. They wrapped up a kid in plastic. That's questionable. Oh my gosh, they did it to their kid, and that's a small kid. That's a tiny baby kid.
You didn't need that. You could have just used like a mannequin or something. Why do you have to like put the life of your friend at risk? How'd you do the baby one? That looks like an actual baby. Timmy, come here. Stop struggling.
That's what
Stop
I
crying
said.
after a while. But now you have your eerie spectacle. You have that. Moving on. Okay, what do we have here? What the fuck is going on?
Why?
Okay. And your next step, of course, fill it out.
That Okay, you know that was for the thumbnail. That they did that so they could put that in the thumbnail. They know what people are looking for. They know the kind of people that are browsing the internet.
Fill it on out. It was just a
What the
guy. It was a
heck?
guy. How else am I supposed to
You could do. That's such a dumb way. Oh my gosh. That's so stupid.
get that shape? Oh no. What are you doing? You stanky! You're gonna put that out the front of a cafe after where that's been? Is this an
Oh
FDA
my
hazard?
gosh.
Everybody just saw where that's come from. The stink lines are coming off that thing.
Gosh.
You're adding extra spices to people's
Oh
pumpkin slices.
no.
I'm just saying, this is a horror show. Okay, this one, I'm not so sure about it. You reuse some of your recycling?
How pumpkins aren't even hard to draw. It's literally like a big oval or circle. I can't. I don't understand.
That's nice. There you go. See, you didn't even need
Oh.
to use like your actual live friend for this.
Yeah. That's a
Anyway, which defeats the purpose. God, you can't
still a person
traumatize
in
me
there.
further.
Oh, I don't like
Oh, okay.
that. What on earth?
Big if true. Big implications if true. Although success on this front, I think still does imply failure. It's all over. Happy holidays.
I can't. I can't. I can't. That that was literally the last like of my sanity right there. Mm-mm.
Halloween, folks. You have a safe one. Until next time.
Oh, okay. Wow. All right. Oh man. Uh, honestly, all of that, like the vast majority of the video was borderline. And then he gets to the spoon on the Barbie doll legs. Ah, absolutely speech. That just ruined my day. That ruined my day. Okay. Oh, anyway, so that was the Masons of Halloween Decorations by JonTron. Oh my goodness. And we're not even halfway through spooky season yet. I need to go wash my eyes and my brain. The spoon legs. Oh gosh, I can't. Okay. Anyway, thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. See you in the next one. Bye.